recording an episode of the Soul Summit podcast. We are here. Where are we? We are in Reno, Nevada. Nevada?
Spirited place.
I've never heard it called that. Nevada. Like, what was I'm like, my brain, what was I trying to just like intersect there together?
So my name is Heather, and I'm from Anchorage, Alaska. I run a dehydrated food business called Heather's Choice. It was the summer of 2014 that I was essentially triple dog dared into starting this business. I had a background in sports nutrition, eating psychology, had done a lot of rafting trips and pack rafting and spent some quality time in the mountains. But anytime I was going to go do a big trip, I would have to go through this Herculean effort to dehydrate all my own food because I wanted it to be gluten-free, dairy-free, high quality, made with just this quality stuff that I would actually eat at home. And so that all came together in this perfect storm that became Heather's Choice. It has now been 7.5 years that I've been running this business, and quite frankly, it's been kicking my ass the whole time, but that's something that I've just kind of come to grips with, of like every phase of this business presents new challenges and it's epically hard. And I personally am gaining so much from that experience of building Heather's Choice that's just it's been intrinsically motivating to keep going. Where I feel like recently that's just been such a theme that I've heard from people is they're not being challenged, they're not being pushed in their current 9-to-5. Like, it's not stimulating. And so then all of a sudden they're kind of looking around for other opportunities. And I have to say that for me right now, I'm just so in it and so committed to seeing this thing through to fruition. But yeah, it keeps me up at night. It gets me out of bed in the morning and is pretty much all consuming. So we make all of our own dehydrated food in Anchorage, Alaska at our dedicated production facility. We have a staff of about 12 people right now, and we distribute to approximately 200 retail doors across the country.
Awesome.
And then we also have a direct consumer website. So there's just a lot of juggling even within that of like distribution channels or wholesale versus retail versus direct consumer. And like there's so many nuances to building a business that I think that's kind of one of the pieces that people have to be really aware of is like, it's not necessarily simple, which is where your intense commitment to like actually doing the thing no matter what comes up is so incredibly important.
Are you where you thought you would be? So like if you were to go back to 2014 and like this vision, this triple dog dare came about, like did you see yourself in the hunting industry? Is this where, and how has that changed and evolved over the last umpteen years?
I definitely knew like Heather's Choice could really be something, like just from my own gut instinct, like I knew it would be something. And then the feedback I got from people was always positive and people were just infinitely supportive. When I started Heather's Choice, I didn't even, like hunting wasn't even on my radar. Like it wasn't something that I did. It wasn't something that my family did. And like, it just wasn't in my reality. And some of my first customers were big game hunters in the western states, mostly Alaskan folks to start. But immediately, Heather's Choice, for whatever reason, I still don't fully grasp it, but we were just adopted by people in the hunting industry, in the hunting world.